I'm John Simone.
I'm Emily Walker.
I'm Jenny Stevenson.
Yeah, the piece is about my grandfather, who was a very prominent Scottish politician in the 20s and 30s. He one of the founders of the Scottish National Party. So, as this year was referendum year, I was interested what that means to me and how I could write a piece of music that paid respect to my grandfather, but also respect to my life in Scotland. And even though I sound English and I'm half Italian, I really feel like I belong here. So the piece was about belonging and about my grandfather. I was given some time off to write the piece, so I was able to work hard at writing the piece. So about 3 months, which is quite quick actually when I think about it now, to produce that much.
Put it together in 3 hours this week.
Yes.
So, yeah, we have just one rehearsal, so we have to kind of come prepared and kind of know what we're doing, because time's always against us really, and then we have a quick playthrough this morning and off we go.
But we have played it. We played it the night before the referendum, so we've rehearsed it before, not just 3 hours, but
6 hours.
But anyhow, let's say the musicians are so good. We have really focused rehearsal sessions. Yeah.
How do you feel about performing in Aberdeen?
Loved it. Yeah, it's the first time we've played in Aberdeen, and about only the 5th or 6th time I've been to Aberdeen, so I'm really happy to be here. And a lovely walk from the station to here, so I should be back here as soon as I can to do more gigs and to enjoy the city. It's a lovely place.
Were you stressed? You were stressed before the performance or during the performance?
John's always stressed.
I live in a state of stress. Yes, I'm sorry.
It started at the station when we were in Glasgow, and John was there pacing around Queen Street going, "Where are the musicians? Where are the musicians?" But we all turned up on time.
Just about.
I'm a bit of a warrior.
We've done it now, it's okay.
Not a warrior, but a warrior. Yeah. Yeah. That's why I write music. It's great release from worrying to just write music. And, yeah. I couldn't be happier, by the way. They really did an amazing gig today. That's something that's being developed. This piece is an ongoing process. What you see now is the first kind of complete version of the piece, but it's going to be longer, a wee bit longer, and I want to do a lot more with the sort of source sounds, the sounds of Scotland and of the islands. So I'm not sure what that'll be yet, but I started off with the sound of a bagpipe droning and just manipulated that to create that. I think it gives a moment for the audience to reflect without any music and to just sort of sets the pace for when we start playing. But it will become more integrated in future versions of the piece.
In your opinion, what is the importance of the Sound Festival?
It's incredibly important, yes. I mean, it's the only new music festival of its kind in Scotland. There's only 2 in the UK. And to have all this incredibly creative, diverse music in a focused period of time in a community and being engaged with that's the most important thing for me, is seeing people turn up to this and be such supported from the community. And it's an absolute disgrace that it hasn't got its funding this year. So yeah, the Sound Festival is amazing. We're very, very pleased to be here.
What were your views on referendum?
Well, yeah, I voted yes. I'm not going to say I didn't. Yeah. And,
So did I.
and I was a bit sad, to say the least, on the day afterwards. But no, we've got a great opportunity to, as I say, we all know we've all had our voice heard and we like it. So I think going forward, the whole of Scotland will have its voice heard, and I think that's very important. So I'm optimistic for the future.
Any highlights from your performance?
The whole thing was a highlight for me. I mean, just seeing these guys play so well the music I wrote, and there's a connection between the band and me, I think, when we play that's really very special. So just the whole experience was a highlight for me. Really a highlight. I'm going to cherish this one.
For me, I think there's an incredibly moving bit where John's uncle who I've met, and we went to go and interview him together, and hearing his voice, and he's got such a lovely sing-song kind of accent, hearing his voice, and then after that starts a really sad movement, and it kind of made the piece today very poignant, because the last time we played it he was still alive, and today he's not, and so it felt, I was thinking inside myself, it's like a kind of funeral march or elegy to your uncle, to his memory.
Yeah, definitely. And it was originally written for my grandfather's memory, so now it's my uncle's memory as well. So, and yeah.
Thank you very much for this interview.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you for speaking to us. It was lovely.
Good question.
I'm Pete Stollery. I'm chair of the Sound Festival, and I'm also head of music at the University of Aberdeen. I thought it was amazing, absolutely incredible. I've known John, the composer, for quite a few years, and I've heard some of his music before, but not quite as beautiful and as moving as that piece that we heard just now. The festival is a week old now, and that for me is one of the highlights of the festival. But it was a fantastic piece.